Welcome to K-Zone. Today, we will share about the what would happen if all the people in the world died. Let's start. The scenario in which all the people in the world suddenly and inexplicably die is a chilling and thought-provoking one. It's a catastrophic event that would have profound consequences for the planet, its ecosystems, and the remnants of human civilization. While it's a grim and unsettling topic to explore, it's important to consider the potential aftermath to better understand the interconnectedness of our world and the consequences of our actions. The sudden and simultaneous death of all people on Earth would trigger immediate chaos. In cities, homes, and workplaces, the sounds of life would fall eerily silent. Vehicles would come to a standstill, and power plants would shut down. Emergency services, which rely on human intervention, would cease to function. This initial chaos would be marked by accidents, fires, and disruptions as unmanned systems fail to maintain order. With no one to care for them, domesticated animals like dogs, cats, and livestock would face grim prospects. Over time, many would succumb to starvation, predation, or exposure. Meanwhile, wildlife would experience significant shifts in ecosystems as human influence vanishes. Some species might thrive in the absence of human activities, while others may struggle due to disrupted habitats and food sources. The lack of human oversight at nuclear power plants and industrial facilities would pose a grave threat. Without intervention, these sites could suffer catastrophic meltdowns, chemical spills, and explosions, leading to long-term environmental damage. It would be essential for automated safety systems, where they exist, to function flawlessly to mitigate these risks. Over time, nature would begin to reclaim urban areas. Plants would grow through cracks in the pavement, and buildings would deteriorate. Infrastructure, such as bridges and dams, would degrade without maintenance, potentially leading to further disasters. Rivers might change course, and without the operation of pumping stations, low-lying areas could become flooded. Contaminated areas, especially those near nuclear power plants, chemical factories, and hazardous waste sites, would pose significant risks. The environment might become contaminated with toxic chemicals and radiation, creating long-lasting hazards for any surviving life forms. The Internet, a vast repository of human knowledge and culture, would continue to function for some time thanks to automated systems. However, as servers fail and infrastructure degrades, access to this wealth of information would diminish, possibly disappearing entirely over time. This would be a significant loss for any potential future civilizations. The skies would remain empty as airplanes run out of fuel and drift aimlessly. The oceans, devoid of human activity, would still be subjected to pollution and environmental changes. Abandoned ships could drift for years before succumbing to the elements or accidents. With the absence of human activity, carbon emissions from industrial processes, transportation, and energy production would drop significantly. This would slow down the pace of climate change, but the effects of previous emissions would continue to impact the environment for decades. As time passes, the environment would gradually adapt to the absence of human influence. Plants and animals would find new niches and evolve, creating ecosystems that function differently from those shaped by human activity. However, it would take a long time for the Earth to recover fully, especially in areas contaminated by pollution and radiation. Some isolated pockets of life might survive this catastrophic event. Remote locations with limited human presence, such as remote islands or deep forests, could provide a sanctuary for certain species. Underground facilities designed for long-term survival might also house a small number of survivors. The scenario of all people suddenly dying raises profound questions about the nature of humanity, our impact on the planet, and the fragility of our existence. It serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of life on Earth and the importance of responsible stewardship of our environment. In conclusion, the hypothetical scenario of all people in the world dying is a grim one, with far-reaching consequences for the planet and its ecosystems. It underscores the critical role humans play in maintaining order, safety, and the environment. While it's a bleak thought experiment, it highlights the need for responsible and sustainable practices to ensure the long-term well-being of our world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget like, share and subscribe.